That's tough to follow. I would like to start off by thanking Princeton University, the class of 1966, and my fellow winners. The program and my peers' dedication to diversity has truly inspired me. Again, my name is Stephanie Garzone. I'm a senior at Westtown School, and I'll be attending Barnard College in the fall. Being a Latina, I knew going to Westtown School would come with its own opportunity costs. Besides a huge financial investment, going to a predominantly different social environment was something I was willing to accept in order to get an amazing education. Soon after I began my education at Westtown, I soon realized that there was a lack of cultural diversity. As I began to question my mentors, who were upperclassmen of color at the time, they explained to me, that's just the way it is around here. As a student of color, my problem was deeply rooted in the lack of diversity in the faculty and administration. I soon began to question that as a community, how could we continue to make efforts in our diversity of the student body when there was no representation amongst our faculty? Although I was new to the school, I refused to be silent about my frustrations. My first action was speaking out about my discomfort. I, along with 3 of my peers, sat on a student panel for a 3-day Race Institute for educators at independent schools in Pennsylvania. On the panel, I shared my personal experience with my race in the context of Westtown. My teacher's constant confusion between another Hispanic student and me was just one example. The teachers that participated in the Race Institute were concerned with our stories and invited us to share in front of the whole faculty. We were then faced with the task of looking our problems straight in their faces and describing to them how they have impacted our Westtown experience in a negative way. Although our words were unsettling, the dialogue allowed for an environment of reflection and a push for change. I was then invited personally by the Dean of Students at my school, Linda McGuire, to explain to her how I felt as a student of color in the context of Westtown. I described to her the hardships of identifying as a Latina. I made it clear that it was not because I was ashamed, but because I felt outnumbered. I explained how if it weren't for the help of my teachers of color, my amazing advisor, Profe Monica, I would have not been an active leader in the community, especially in the context of race. I explained that there needed to be an increase of faculty of color in order to better represent the diversity Westtown wanted to achieve and to better assist the students of color. We also spoke about the need for Westtown to hire a full-time diversity and inclusion coordinator. Currently, Westtown is in the process of interviewing candidates for the position of Director of Diversity and Inclusion. As I move on from Westtown, I leave a responsibility in the hands of the students of color who will follow after me. I have dreams of returning to Westtown and seeing my legacy become a reality. Thank you.